Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Thank you for being here. 10:45 Central Time Zone, so 11 amongst other things, up 12%. Are you serious? I mean, anyway, you gotta love it. Yesterday, everything looked terrible. Today, everything's going the total opposite direction. Look, the SPY gapped up and then kept going. Gap and go. I mean, come on. Come on. All right. Well, I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. I hope it's a regular thing. We'll see. Qs look the same way. So I guess yesterday's move under here was a fake out, kind of like it was back here. I was beginning to wonder yesterday, but I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe this move right here is the fake out, and really the next big move is down. I mean, heck, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just glad I'm sharing the screen. Hey, Grumpy, what's up, man? All right, so I got some good stuff to look at today. Let's look at the charts really quick. This chart's much improved. When this chart's improved, everything's improved. All right, yeah, Bitcoin's up 2%. Heck, everything's Coinbase is up. AMDY is up 1.6. Forget about AMD. I mean, AMDY, NVDY is up 1.5. NVIDIA is up 2.7. But I mean, it's big when even the yield funds are up multiple percents. Anyway, we'll take it though. We'll take the relief rally. Okay, so let's look over here at the divas. I guess we can look at the divas one of several ways. We can see here even the divas are gapping. This is blocks from X funds. This is ULTY from YieldMax gapping and going. It's up 3% right now, leaving behind a big gap. Anyway, blocks was looking really good. Also, let's look at ULTI from Rex. ULTI is only up 34 basis points. We're going to look at the stock selection and see why that is in a second. And then we have old K yield. And K yield's gapping and going. It's up 2.5%, leaving behind a gap. And then we have other ones that are definite understudies like WPay. I mean, WPay's up nearly 3%. That's a good one. That's the main understudy. Then we have QLDY, which is a huge understudy, also up nearly 2%. So, we have then we have other understudies too. What about GRNI? Is this one maybe a possible understudy there? We got Greg in the house, Greg and Grumpy. Okay, but let's look and try to see what the heck's going on here. Oh, we can look at that too, but that's a different topic. Okay. Let's check this out. The Diversified Divas. I think I finally have this working more like I like it. Well, first of all, everything's up. Divas, benchmarks, understudies, whatever. Look at Chippy. Chippy's trying to be the star of the show. And WPay. Look at WPay up 2.75. WPay's up as much as ULTY almost. Trying to be the star of the show, but it looks like ULTY is the star of the show right now. Blocks, K yield, WPay behind, and then old ULTI is way behind back here. Come on, ULTI. Okay, so on ULTY, it looks like everything's up, and they have part of this Micron. That's why I had that Micron chart up. Well, that's a good deal. Not only that, well, you know, do they sell some upside? Yeah, they did. They sold some Micron 260s. They sold the 260 calls in Micron. Okay, well, 260 is higher than it's been today. I mean, it hit in the first half hour, it hit 263 and then backed off. Now it's trading at 253. But so yeah, their upside's capped, but it's capped further away from where the market is now. So right now they're looking good. They're catching all the upside between last night and where they're at right now, and they'll continue to until they hit 260. So anyway, I thought that was encouraging to look at. I mean, if you're an Alti sympathizer, fan, whatever. All right. So, but then back on ULTY, everything's up today. I mean, you know, SoFi's even up. I mean, NuScale Power's up. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to K-Yield and see what K-Yield's got going on. All right. So K-Yield has everything up except one stock, Roblox. Well, and K-Yield doesn't have any up 10%ers, but they have lots of 5 and 4 and 5 and 2s and 3s and 6s. Look at this one. They have AppLovin up 6%, Reddit up nearly 6%, Howmet up nearly 5%, Shopify up 5%, Vistra Corp up nearly 5%. So yeah, these guys are killing it. These guys are absolutely killing it. Okay, we don't need to look at their option positions. Blocks. Now, Blocks, we kind of know what they do. They have HODL. HODL's up 3% just by itself, and that's 16% of the fund. They have FBTC, and it's up 2.6%, and that's killing it too. Then they have ETHA, and that's up 4.2%. One of these they don't even have options on. I forget which one, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But and the other ones they have call spreads on. The other two they have call spreads on. Then they have put spreads on all of these stocks. So theoretically unlimited upside. Anyway, and man, these stocks are killing it today. Look at IREN up 5.7, bullish. They don't have anything down in the bunch. They're killing it. These guys are killing it. And I guess we can look here. Bullish. They have ETHA, and they don't have anything in HODL, but they do have, HODL. HODL they just own straight long. This position right here, 16% is unencumbered by options, free to get as much upside as it wants. Doesn't even have put spreads. It's unencumbered by options of any type. In any event, all right. And ULTI, this one's lagging the most today. What do they have? One that's down or something? What are they doing? Come on, guys. I mean, yeah, they have one that's not down that much. I don't really know why they're down. I don't think they should be down. Maybe they just aren't that liquid in the price. I don't see anything. They have. I don't see any reason why they should be down that much. Well. Let's go look over here. Yeah, this is where I got only up 34 basis points. Come on. That's not right. You guys can't. I mean, come on. There's no way that's right. I'm not accepting that as an answer. I'm not accepting that as an answer. I mean, this is saying, yeah, same thing, 34 basis points. Well, anyway, I don't know. I don't like that, though. I mean, what's holding them down? They have liquidity. I mean, we have the same information. Next nav, whatever that is, Pony AI, Solar Edge, Jamaya. I never heard of that until the other day. Jamaya and NextNav. Oh, I mean, in Liquidia Corp. I mean, I've never heard of any of these before. I mean, some of them I've heard of Oklo and QuantumScape and Riot and Viking Therapeutics, but and Solar Edge and Pony AI. But I've never heard of Jumia, NextNav, Liquidia Corp. Well, anyway. All right, what are you guys talking about? Just talking amongst yourselves. All right, that's fine. So, what else is going on? So, let's look over here in the fine world of StockTools.app. Let's see what's moving the most today. Let me hit refresh on this screen. It's a beautiful day here in Austin. All right. I mean, I got the window open. I bet it's going to be 80, 75, 80. It's gorgeous. It's like a spring day. All right, let's see here. Let's see if this is updated. And it is, but I hate when it does this. All right, hopefully this is right this time. Hopefully this is right. Okay, yeah, this is the 1 day return of everything. PLTW number one, of course, MST number two. It's good to see strategy finally bouncing. TSLW, same thing here, outperforming the parent by a pretty good little margin. BITX, good job, BITX. YETH, PLYY, Maxi, ULTY, HOOW, AMZW, PLTY, 5E, Feet, YBTC, all the ones that are usually bad, or they have been a lot lately anyway. A lot of those have been, like BITX and Alti, and I mean 5E, Feet and 5E. I mean, those things. I mean, MSTW hasn't been a great one to be in lately, MST or whatever. And now these things, it's Revenge of the Nerds. You got to love it. Hopefully that'll bleed over into the 1 week time frame. And those same ETFs will be up in the 1 week, and then the 1 month, and the 3 months. Come on, just killing it. Anyway, hopefully, I would love for that to happen. I would love for that to happen. What are you guys getting started? Grump hope for 20. Big dividends next week too. Oh, a big dividend on what? On TSYY, or what big dividend are you guys talking about? I think you're talking about maybe TSYY. Anyway, okay, so here we have it on the weekly. And on the weekly, no, it's not the same stocks. But it is Tesla. It's TSLW, TSLP, TS2, Winter, of course. Gosh, Tesla, Fiat, TSY. There's that TSYY. Heck yeah. Murni, Abney, YQQ, Fibby, PLYY. That IAUI is a good steady one right there. It's always around. It is always around. All right. Oh, what are you saying? Granite shares post. All right. Well, I look once a day, and I'm trying to think. I don't follow any granite. Let's look and see which ones we follow on the divas, because I have to keep track of. On a separate subject, this was encouraging. Look at this daily percent change. See that over there? I know we usually don't look at this chart, but that's the first time we've seen that healthy of a pattern in forever, really. I mean, we've had 2 days maybe that are more than that, but other than that, that's like, or it's up there with this one. That's one of the best, most bullish days ever. So heck yeah, you got to love that. Of course, after yesterday was not pretty and was one of the more bearish days in the books. Although we've had worse, but it was not a pretty day yesterday. So we'll see. But anyway, okay, what I was saying is back to the dividends. So right down here in historical, which I don't even know if that's a word. Historical, I mean, it's a word, but it was, maybe I should say historic. I guess it's historical. Anyway, so right here, what I do is I look, and if they paid a dividend last Thursday, I'm worried about the X day. Then I go look. And so I had to look it up. And what I had to look up this morning was ULTI. And I actually didn't look it up. So I was in a hurry, and I just put down the same as last week. I figured that was safe. I'm going to go look it up later. We could go look it up right now, but then there's no other ones. Yesterday's the big dividend day. And yesterday I went and actually looked some of these up. I mean, I know it doesn't look like it, but I did. I go look them up all the time because it switches. Like this one right here, Chippy. It was 39 last week. It's 37 this week. Well, here's a prime example. Old ULTY was yesterday, but it's only 4.9 cents. I mean, it was, 5.4 cents the week before, 5.8 cents, 5.9 cents, 6.4 cents. I mean, anyway. Yeah, I mean, you have to look it up, but some of them are consistent. I think ULTI pays the same thing, or one of these, or a K yield, I think, tries to pay basically the same thing. That's what it is. K yield pays 16.5 cents every week. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, but I'll keep up with that stuff. But yeah, so I don't have any Granite shares in there because Granite shares, there's no really Granite shares divas. I mean, I could put WiSpy in there, but I mean, I don't know. I think those are good divas. These are good divas right here. I mean, it's a little, the divas, this lifetime record's a little bit concerning. I mean, because all of them, even the good divas, are just getting murdered. I mean, pretty much everyone except all the divas and understudies, except QLDY. I mean, and maybe Chippy, but that one, I don't know if that one even really counts. I mean, but they're all getting murdered except QLDY. I mean, and that's down just a little bit more than the index. So that's not that bad. But I mean, everything else is down huge multiples of anything you're looking at. So anyway, at least we're having a bounce back day. We need to put together a couple of bounce back days. Falling nav equals falling. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, it does. I didn't notice I had on the style that too big. Hang on here. I like the minimal. All right. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it does. That's exactly, if they paid out about half as much as they do now, then they wouldn't have as bad of a problem, and it might, so anyway. They don't listen to me. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, and it's not just them. I mean, because you know, a lot of these other funds are doing the same. You know, doing the same thing. Anyway, whatever. They're all doing great today. I'm glad to see them all up today. Look at this. The Qs are up 1.9, and QLDY uncharacteristically is not up as much as the Qs. Lots of times on an up day, it's up a little bit more. But anyway, it's doing well today. But when you look at the all-time record, a QLDY is just right there, down 3.5, where the Qs is down, what is that, 2.7? I mean, it's hanging pretty close to the market. Most of these covered call ETFs don't hang that close to their parent. So I guess we could put triple QI on here just for comparison. Let's just do that really quick. I mean, triple QI is a good one. I just can't have them all on here. And then you have to keep track of the dividend, although triple QI's dividend would be easy because it's just monthly. And I think we have a good lineup. I think we have a good lineup. But QLDY is something special. And I mean, so what's going on with it? So it's ahead of triple QI. When the market's going up, it pulls ahead. But then it drops faster too, you can tell. So, well, but overall it's close. It's only a quarter of a year though. I mean, let's go back to that though. Okay, so it's only a quarter of a year, but QLDY has paid $4.42 in dividends. So that's like 16, and that's like 17.40, 17.60, so we'll call it 17 and a half. So that's like 35% about what they're paying. And triple QI is paid $1.92. Multiply that times 4. I mean, you know, it's a pretty big difference there too, as far as dividends go. Also, but I mean, but triple QI is outperforming it on total return, and on NAV return, just not on yield. So, all right, well, there's plenty of them out there, right? Hey, Mayor, how are you doing? Oh, the S100. Can I? What is that one? I thought I saw that one the other day. S100. Is it out yet, or do I have to? Let's go to FinViz and see if it's here. Is it like that? No, it's not going to be like that. Yeah, there it is. Vista shares. Okay, I like it already. Target 15, S&P 100 distribution ETF. Okay, so this tells me right here, maybe they aren't doing calls. They're just going. When it says distribution or managed distribution, that's what XPay does, where they just literally give you a little of your own money back, but they do it in a tax efficient manner. I think they call those distribution strategies or whatever. So I bet you that they do something like that without knowing anything else. I tried to click right there and it won't take me to Vista shares. So, I mean, if you look at their holdings, it looks like the NASDAQ. They're holding NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft. I mean, that's the NASDAQ right there. So maybe that's the deal. Maybe they just hold the NASDAQ and they sell enough stock once a month to pay the 15%. They haven't paid a dividend yet. So, they could easily do that in a bullish market. It'd be fine. That's probably what it is. And since it's your own stock, it's tax advantaged. I mean, it's return of capital is tax advantaged, for better or for worse. Greg, what are you saying? What do I think about ODT? Comment maybe is better. Oh, okay. Let me go back and check it out. My bad. TSYY. I don't remember your ODTE. Oh, there it is. Is it just me, or does it seem like the ODTEs have been the most consistent? Well, I really haven't been following just them. But yeah, maybe it's definitely better for paying yield. The more frequently you cap, the higher the yield is, but the more caps you are. But yeah, no, it could be the perfect storm. I mean, what about all? Let's look at this one. I'm not convinced that this one may not be the best one out there. I2, and we can run against IWMI. Now, IWMI is a boring, stupid monthly fund from NEOS. But I2 they do daily options. Daily, I think they sell daily out of the money calls. And there's another one called iSpy and another one called IQQQ. But but anyway, I mean, they do a good job. But so does IWMI. I'm just joking. But let's go here to IQQQ, and let's go here to QQQI. But there's other daily ones too. There's XDTE and there's XDTY, one from YieldMax, one from Round Hill. But these guys right here, IQQQ is losers. The daily fund here is losing, but let's look. I mean, that's not the only daily fund. Let's look at let's look at QDTE, daily fund from Round Hill. See if it can beat the monthly fund. It stays closer. Definitely beats it in distributions, killing it in distributions. But it's behind a little bit otherwise. Yeah, well, I have thought about that yet, Mayor. Okay, so IQQQ, QDTE. Let's just try the other ones while we're thinking of them. But yeah, we'll go to TDAC. But these other ones aren't doing bad either. I mean, QDTY did well. I mean, Triple QI got spanked. Wow. All right. Well, Triple QI is dead to me. Gosh darn it. What about Triple QT? And then we'll look at TDAC. I know TDAC's good. I'm just joking. We'll look at TDAC. Triple QT. Okay. Now that's respectable. I mean, that's what I'd expect. I mean, okay. I mean, we can work with that, but we can work with that. Yeah, let's look at TDAC though. Gosh darn it. Well, I don't know what. Oh, there it is. There it is. Is it right here? Well, whatever. Yeah, but I agree. TDAC's going to be whatever. There's TDAC against triple QI. Let me see. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. TDAC against triple QI. Beats it on NAV because the NAV's up more. The NAV's only up 6 cents in this one, and the NAV here's up 37 cents. So beats it on NAV, and I don't know on yield. On yield is probably about the same. On yield, it is probably about the same. But yeah, TDAC is a good one. I'm trying to think if I know of any that do as well as TDAC. I don't think so. Not that one. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good one. TDAC is a good one. Yeah, we do need Marcus to hurry up with Ono. Yeah. Or I'm telling you, B hedge might be interesting also. But no, Ono for sure. Ono's more specifically, I think, what you're looking for. I mean, yesterday my salty and my white triple Q were looking good. I felt good about having those yesterday when the market was looking poor, but whatever. Whatever, right? Oh, Thomas is in here. Hey, Thomas, how are you doing, bud? S100 is based on, which is unusual, and they sell calls. Yeah. So, yeah, it just started. So yeah, interesting. And they sell calls, which isn't that unusual, but it is unusual that it's based on the S&P 100. Although I don't know, they may do it because a lot of the people like to base it on the S&P 100 index, so they can use the 60/40 tax treatment, and they get benefit from that. Why haven't I heard of S100 yet? Is the expense ratio really just 20? I mean, these big companies do such a good job too, and they charge just a really inexpensive. But that's not it. That's just anyway. I was trying to get the prospectus for that for the actual fund up there, but Vista shares. I mean, yeah. The target 15 is always a good idea because that's always a big part of the problem is the overly aggressive target. So here it is. I finally found the website. Seeks to generate high monthly income, blah, blah, blah. Core investment is, this is so weird. The S&P 100, the OEX, I hadn't thought about that in years. That was a big deal in the 90s. People, option traders would trade the OEX. it was real heavily traded. Anyway, and the S&P 100 was a thing back in the day. Nowadays, it's all S&P 500. But anyway, this is the first time I've heard about this in a long time. So anyway, it's still an index, and so right here, these guys are using OEX options, which are 60/40, and it qualifies for that special tax advantage. So it says it seeks income and second capital appreciation through an option portfolio through, like Tom said, it does cover calls. So we really don't have to look. I just like to look at their literature and see what it says. That right there looks like a standard holdings and characteristics. Well, anyway, like Tom says, they do cover calls. Good information. Good information. Bitcoin's dumping again. You got to be kidding me. We just started talking. Come on. I mean, you got to be kidding me, Bitcoin. Could have sworn I had TradingView open somewhere. Why is Bitcoin dumping again? I mean, ULTI is, only up 6 basis points. ULTI, wasn't up today when everything else was. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Well, these are 30-minute bars. So, but yeah, in the past 30 minutes, it has, it's dumping. What does this little flash down here mean? Does this mean there's news? Bitwise predicts Bitcoin will break its 4-year price cycle with the new all-time highs expected by 2026, fueled by large institutions entering the crypto market. Concerns about rising Bitcoin volatility arise from the MSCI proposal under consultation until January 15th of next year. Excluding firms like MicroStrategies may lead to falling prices and forced selling. Come on. On Wednesday, Bitcoin ETFs saw 457 million in net inflows, the highest in over a month, driven by Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, contributing to 391 million. Well, there's I guess that's the news right there, right? I guess we have it. I wonder if it's hitting the divas yet. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. All right, let me see. I think I'm back to normal screen on here. It still doesn't look normal though. Oh, yeah. They sold right into this big gap. We'll get to see if there's still buyers there. This morning, a bunch of everyone bought, left behind a huge, supposedly bullish gap. Well, is it really bullish? Do people give it a second chance? Or are people going to take it? I think so. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. we'll see. We're back in the gap. People that missed the boat this morning have a second chance. You know, load up on some calls for the end of the week. All right. But yeah, no, I hate it that the market's going lower. What's like number 9, health and wealth? You bought Omaha and paired it with Berkshire. Yeah, we do need Matthew to hurry up with Ono. I'm with you on that. I am with you on that. Heather's in the house. Hey, Heather, how are you doing? Yeah, S&P 100, which is what you were saying, Thomas. Thomas's answer was exactly to, and of course, I read it super fast. Yeah, S&P 100, and that's a distinction on the S&P 500. And no one uses the S&P 100 anymore. It's just going to be a big version. So it's going to be a concentrated version. But anyway, yeah, it's cool that they still have that index around, because somehow, and it's probably because of the crooked Chicago politics, but somehow those options that take place in that building in Chicago get the special tax treatment. They qualify as index options, and it has something to do with them because they don't really have an underlying. They do, but they don't have a physical underlying. You could synthesize an underlying, or their underline's a basket of stocks, but since it doesn't trade in that building, the basket of stocks trades elsewhere. These guys lobbied that they needed the special tax treatment. Well, anyway, it's something that's gone, that's lasted to this day, and we'll darn sure take advantage of it. All right. So, Ono's a tail risk. Yeah. And there's other ones though, if you're worried about that kind of stuff. Just for some reason, my screen got away from me. You can also check out this one. You can check out Chaos, and you can check out Swan. We'll look at Swan. Chaos actually went up in April. It makes money off Chaos. And then there's one called Swan. And then there's one called ISWN. And then there's one called SNTH, which is MRP, Synth Equity. And those are all really interesting concepts. Look at how little this one gave up in April in the pullback. It did drop there about, $3. It dropped 10 or 15%, just like the market did. But it's darn sure made a nice recovery. Yeah, it dropped about what the market did. And these things don't promise a rose garden. They limit the overall drop to about 10 or 15%. So, in any event, yeah, like I say, Marcus, I'm looking forward to B-Hedge. Today's just going to get roasted. Yeah, today's gain's going to get roasted. Let's go back here at the market. Are you serious? Are you guys serious? Are you really going to? If the bears are really in control of the indexes, they'll run it all the way through here and they'll close it on the other side of the gap, preferably under yesterday's low if the bears are really in control. We'll see. We shall see. All right. Let's look at the dashboard. I mean, Qs are still up 1.3, are still up. SPY's still up 2/3 of a point. Russell's still up 0.5 point. UVXY is still down. Dow's still up, but not that much. Gold is down a little bit. Bitcoin is down, which hurts because it was up 2% or something. XOP's down a little bit. Consumer discretionary, technology, utilities, industrials are up. Blah, blah, blah. Energy and real estate are down. Hey, Lunar, what is Ono going to do? Well, I don't know. We don't know yet because all kinds of stuff, hopefully, because it's a good question. It's a good question, though, because right now, Chaos is a tail risk fund that doesn't bleed. So, yeah, I don't know. It'd be if it didn't do anything else than behave just like Chaos, that would be decent. But that's a good question, Lunar, because I don't know if Chaos is really classified as a tail risk fund, but I mean, anyway, there's other ones too that there's tail risk, and then there's market neutral. There's one called BTAL. The people mentioned in the same breath with Chaos and AGF US market neutral anti beta fund, but this goes the wrong freaking direction. I don't know why people like that. I don't get that one. Yeah, but that's a good question. Anyway, it'll be nice to have choices because there's no other choices right now. There's Cambria Tail Risk Fund, but it bleeds. I think they just buy puts. Well, actually, no, that doesn't bleed too much. I mean, in the old days, this fund used to have one of these funds that just used to bleed, but you just used to buy puts. Well, maybe this was it, because look, this thing is, it did used to do it. Maybe they changed their formula. I mean, I don't know. It looks like the bleeding stopped. But you can see here their positions. It's just options. They just have T-bills and they have puts. A lot of these funds that are tail risk just spend the money in T-bills, and then, well, they do different things. But let's go back to daily. Huh. I still think Chaos is the best. Or really something just like bonds or something, just to totally hide out. Some kind of box spread or something like that. Until the coast is clear, or something like T Oak, or box, something like that. Anyway, thanks for being here, Lunar. Yeah, I know it. I like the idea of it. It's an beta. They're called anti-beta, and that's good because I get the concept of it. In a bull market, things get too concentrated. You get out of control and whatever. But yeah, man, I'll hold off on that one for now. I don't. But yeah, I know I saw that one too, and I was trying to think of a use case for it. Anyway, I'm sure there is one, just not for me. Is there an S&P 100? It's funny you should talk about that, Mayor. There happens to be one, and the ticker is S, and then it's I, and then it's 00. So it's SIOO. But and yes, it's the S&P 100, and it's a target 15. So they're going to pay you a 15% distribution. They haven't paid any distributions yet. They're doing covered calls, and it'll be a target. So they won't have to sell that many calls. They'll probably only sell calls on half the portfolio, pay a 15% distribution, and hopefully have a nice little fund here. But yeah, funny you should mention that, Mayor. Bitcoin below 85, it drops big. Yeah, I mean, at some point it'll open the door to 75, 77. And that's an area that I know a lot of people are watching for. That's darn sure an area that a lot of people are watching for. Let's go. I don't know why this won't give me back the regular size screen. I don't know. Maybe reset chart view. No. Maybe. Anyway, maybe I'll just close the window altogether and then open it all together, which it already is open in another window over here. Gosh darn it. Oh, well. Now I have to open everything again for you guys, or over here on this, in this window, which is fine. I do want to open Bitcoin again. We definitely don't want to see Bitcoin fall under 85 or keep falling. It's depressing how the market could even make a new high. It got up and or if it did, just barely. I mean, but that's a textbook case of a failure. Boom. I mean, you don't want to see that either. A double top. I mean, come on. Come on, market. Make a stand and make a real high in and let's do something good here. But in any event, I would rather not see the old double top action. It's Bitcoin's fault, though. It's totally 100% Bitcoin's fault. Bitcoin just made the chart bear cross. I like this. I kind of like that moving average thing, but I don't like some of the stuff on it. I mean, Bitcoin, it has these giant bars. It had one, yesterday. Had one yesterday, then it had one on Monday, a giant bar down, boom. Had a couple, last Friday it had a couple. Now, I did have an up bar that was like this a couple of times too. So, I mean, Yeah, but we definitely want to hold this. Let's get back on a bigger. Let's zoom out a little bit. Zoom out. I was just looking at this area down here. It's not just me. A lot of people are 73, 75. I guess you could, this prior swing low at 76, 77 right there. Plus there was a breakaway gap there. Anyway, whatever. That's what I'm looking at. Hey, Heather, what's going on? You can't be talking bearish in here. What do you mean Bitcoin's going down? Oh, it's you wish you aren't bearish on it. You just mean it's going down. It's time to load up. Yeah, gosh darn it. Yeah, I hear you on that, Heather. You think Polly Betty Markets cutting into cryptocurrency? Really? I hadn't thought about that. So Polly Betty Markets, is that like Kalshi, and is that like whatever the other one is that are the event, the event markets? Kalshi's one, and I forget the other one. But yeah, probably so. Probably so. QQQ is already pretty much 100. Yeah, exactly. So the S&P 100 is basically the Qs, or it's whatever. It's the S&P's version of the Qs, but anymore they used to be on separate indexes, and anymore they aren't. So in the old days, it used to be a big deal that Microsoft, because it was a tech company, was on the NASDAQ. And so Microsoft's total counted for the NASDAQ, but it didn't count in the S&P 100. But that's not the case anymore. Nowadays, everything's listed everywhere, it seems like, anyway. All right. Well, hey, so Mayor. I'll look at those. If it's not too many, I'll put them in. I'll put them in the Max Factor, and we'll have closed-end fund Thursday night, or we'll usually do closed-end fund Friday. But yeah, I'll check that out, Mayor. Thanks for giving me a heads up on that. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you all for being here, and I'll be back, and we'll catch up later. It's a pretty day here in Austin. I'm probably going to take Jackson to the park. All right, guys, but I'll catch up with you a little later. All right, see ya.